Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be ringing. We have a late season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. Takes it inside the 25 and he'll bring it back. And the returner is stopped. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Looking to move it through the air. Wide open, he makes the catch. Racing down the left side. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. In the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And they did tack on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And this is a weird move. They're sending out the field goal unit here. As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
There's a lot of strategies to win football games, and there are very intelligent coaches in the game today. I've never seen a field goal attempt on first down. That was a play I am never going to forget, although I wish I could.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this game.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
I'm not sure what kind of vexing and magic they're trying to conjure up here, but sending out the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He looks that one in nicely. At the 40, there he goes. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Still running at the 40. He's loose. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They had luck with this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
They'll run the option. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll run the sneak for it. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll try to pick up the first. Turns it on at midfield. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 7 over UCLA. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback will audible. He's back to throw on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it inside the 30. He's loose down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
How in the world did he miss that? Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And, David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll run the toss. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Give him 96 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Using the quick game. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Virginia Tech, 17. Mississippi State, 13.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Power football with the run. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down.
That's a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
On the option. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else. Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Power ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
The option look. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Fourth down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
A first down for the offense. They'll give it on the counter. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
The counter run play is really tricky for defenses to stop because it forces you to play with great eye discipline. Everything in pre-snap is telling you the ball's going to the strong side, but now they run it back weak and they're pulling offensive linemen. This defense better be ready because this won't be the last time today they see the counter run.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. He's out past the 35. And he's running in the open. At the 20. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They'll run the option. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
What a tremendous job in coverage by that DB. He just stayed in the receiver's hip pocket, then able to locate the football and swat it away.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds a man on the right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the middle. It's caught. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. The Hokies in the hurry up. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll immediately call timeout.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's McKee. Tackled after picking up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Give to the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You can tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And that is great 3rd down and short defense. You're thinking up the middle, up the middle. You got to react to something wide. Great job seeing the toss, stretching it out, making sure they don't get downhill, making sure they don't get the first down.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. And this one splits the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Bowling Green. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He wants to take the top off. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw it on first down. Sends it downfield. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
30, Mississippi State, 20.
And the Hokies will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Nothing says my offense stinks like punting on first down. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Give to the fullback.
The ball carried by the fullback. Picks up the ball. Brings up second down.
Line getting set on second down. On the option. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bulldogs. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, running back gets the give. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number one. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Here comes the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll try the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. He'll keep it himself. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, that happened to QB. Calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Southern Miss is having its way offensively, just marching up and down that field at a breathtaking pace. They're up 14 over Northwestern. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last possession, the early punt, losing track of the downs, whatever, lofts one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
After the misconnection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. On the move is the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Trying to find his man on first down. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. Catch and stride inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And the Bulldogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
6-9-1, get far. Let's.
He'll take it himself. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, he just decided to take off.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Virginia Tech 37, Mississippi State 27.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Go.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Wide out in motion. They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the moment. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up.
Jackrabbit. Hustle.
Motion from the offense.
Yankee blue.
Almost had the completion. Just missed it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find the lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. And we're about to get another look at this hooky offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
On the option. He'll toss it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This offense has a 2nd down play. Trying to turn the corner on the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
How about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. Just don't see much of it anymore.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Shoots it to the left. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Rides to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. Knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the 4th quarter. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Looking to go up top on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Robbins. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Open runway ahead. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
Did a great job on the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, doing the making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moving out of the pocket. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lanes, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I'll watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quarterback checking off. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. And that pass picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and all gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.